Alright guys, so welcome back to another video, JStar15 here, and today's video we're going to be going through the top 10 most powerful legendary and mythical Pokemon. I did include Ultra Beasts in this, but frankly none of them even came close to what these top 10 are, so that's why there are no Ultra Beasts on this list. Also, the way that I've gone about doing this list is, for example, let's say Mew. Mew was introduced in Generation 1, so therefore I went to Generation 1 and took its stats from there. Also, the most powerful move it can know, which I believe is Psychic. So I took the stats and the move that it can learn from that, and then added it to the list. So all these Pokemon that are on the list, their stats and their move are taken from the generation that they were introduced at. So let me keep that in mind for you. Also, with the stats that you're going to see, I've taken the perfect nature to the bottom one with the stats fully maxed out. So that's why these scores are going to be so high. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump into the top 10 most powerful legendary Pokemon. So in 10th place, we have Mega Diancie. Now, Mega Diancie was introduced in Generation 6, and it was a mythical Pokemon you could only get by an event. I never managed to get it, but it's a very, very pretty Pokemon, a very beautiful Pokemon. It's known as the Dual Pokemon, and it also shoots diamonds from its hands, which means it's the most valuable Pokemon alive. This Pokemon could make you a millionaire, literally with a click of your fingers. Mega Diancie's most powerful move it can know is Diamond Storm. It learns it at level 50 and it does 100 base attack power. Also, Diancie is the only Pokemon that can know this move, so therefore it's a special move. It belongs to Diancie, this move. When I was doing the research for this list, I was very surprised to see Mega Diancie was making it this high up. So I don't think Mega Diancie is the most popular Pokemon ever, but either way, I'm happy for it to get this high. In fact, there was a full movie about Mega Diancie and the fact that it can make diamonds, it can make huge diamonds. So Mega Diancie's total stats are 2,374, making it the 10th spot on this list. So in the 9th spot, we have Dialga. Now, Dialga is the main legendary Pokemon of Pokemon Diamond. It is the temporal Pokemon and it has the power to control time. It appears in Sinnoh region myths as an ancient deity. Basically, this Pokemon is a god. It rules over time and it keeps the whole world in balance in the time periods. The way you get this Pokemon is by going to Spear Pillar in Pokemon Diamond, where you have to battle a few Team Galactic grunts, you know, the leader, and then Dialga will appear and you can catch this absolutely amazing Pokemon. Its most powerful move it can know is Roar of Time, which does 150 base attack power, and Dialga, just like Diancie, is the only Pokemon that can know this move. So finally, Dialga's score is 2,378, which makes it only 4 points higher than Mega Diancie, but either way, that makes number 9 on the list. Number 8 on the list is Zygarde 100% form. Now, when I was doing this, I was very, very happy to see Zygarde was this high up. To say that it's such a big, important Pokemon, I was happy to see it's this high up. I wish it was a bit higher up, but either way, I'm happy it got number 8 on the list. So Zygarde originally came out in Generation 6, but its 100% form wasn't released till Generation 7. So these stats and the move is from Generation 7. So Zygarde is the Order Pokemon. In the anime, it looks over the whole of Kalos region. It makes sure nothing bad happens to the environment, or the people, or Pokemon. Everyone's protected in a safe and natural state. It had a huge, massive role in the Pokemon anime in X, Y, and Z. In fact, the X, Y, and Z anime revolves around Zygarde, so therefore it's a very, very important Pokemon. The most powerful move it can know by level up is Outrage. It learns that at level 80. A few Pokemon, in fact quite a lot of the Dragon Pokemon, can all learn Outrage, so it's not a very special move. But either way, Zygarde's final score is 2,380, which makes it number 8 on the list. So number 7th on the list is Duskmane Necrozma and Dawn Wings Necrozma. Now, when I was going through the list, I was surprised to see these two Pokemon had exactly the same score. The stats were pretty much the same, apart from one had higher attack, the other had higher defense, but they all matched each other in the end, making them number 7 on the list. Now, Duskmane Necrozma and Dawn Wings Necrozma were introduced in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and frankly, I haven't even beaten the game, so I don't know where you can get them. This website's saying Mount Lanakila, but I'm not quite sure on that, so don't quote me. I think it might be the Ultra Megalopolis, or whatever the hell the Ultra Recon Squad's hometown is called. So the Pokédex entry for Duskmane Necrozma reads as this. This is its form, while it is devouring the light of Solgaleo. It pounces on foes, and then slashes them with claws on its forelimbs and back. And Dawnwing's Necrozma Pokedex entry reads as this. This is its form while devouring the light of Lunala. It grasps foes in its giant claws and rips them apart with brutal force. Oh my goodness me. I should have read the Pokedex entry for Dawnwing's Necrozma before reading that. So it grabs its foes and rips them apart with a brutal force. Moving on from that, its most powerful move it can know is Prismatic Laser, which does 160 attack damage and can know at level 73. Again, don't quote me on this one because I haven't completed Ultra Sun and Moon, so I'm not quite sure what moves they can know and what moves they can't know, but that's what this is saying here. So the max stat for both Duskmane Necrozma and Dawnwing's Necrozma is 2,383, which means it's only 3 points ahead of Zygarde's 100% form, but either way, that makes it number 7th on the list. So number 6 on the list, we have Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Now, both of these Pokemon were introduced in Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2. Now, you can get this Pokemon in the Giant Chasm. I believe the first time you encounter it is with Getsis. Getsis is basically trying to control Kyurem and fuse it with ends, either Reshiram or Zekrom, depending on the game you have. And he manages to fuse it, and that's where you first meet Black Kyurem or White Kyurem. So White Kyurem's most powerful move is Ice Burn. It does 140 base attack damage. While Black Kyurem's most powerful move is Freeze Shock, which does 140 base attack damage, just like White Kyurem. Now, in the anime and the movies, this is known as the most powerful Dragon-type Pokemon ever. Kyurem is the most powerful one, and when it's fused with Reshiram or Zekrom, I'm guessing it's even more powerful, so that's why it's this high in the list. I would have liked it to be a bit higher, but frankly, I'm just happy it's on the list to begin with. So the score for Black Kyurem and White Kyurem is 2,399 score, which makes it number 6 on the list. Number 5 on the list is Arceus. Now, I'm very, very happy to see that Arceus is this high on the list, especially since it is the god of all Pokemon. It created its own world, it created all the other worlds, and it creates all the Pokemon. So I'm very, very happy to see it got to this point on the list. So Arceus was first introduced in Generation 4, in other words, the Sinnoh region. And it is known as the Alpha Pokemon because it is the first Pokemon ever. It is the god of all Pokemon. According to the Legend of Sinnoh, this Pokemon emerged from the egg and shaped all there is in the world. Now, its most powerful move it can know is Hyper Beam, which does 150 base attack damage. You can learn that at level 80. Now, another reason I'm so happy to see this Pokemon in the list is because of the Pokemon movie. It had a huge role in the Pokemon movie, Arceus and the Jewel of Life. And frankly, that's one of my favourite Pokemon movies. Or the first half an hour of the movie is one of my favourites. It's such an amazing time where you see Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, all coming together with Ash, Pikachu, Dawn and Brock, all trying to fight Arceus, but Arceus absolutely destroys absolutely everybody, and it's such a good Pokemon, such a high rated Pokemon. In fact, in Pokemon Pearl, I actually had a cheat code, which you could type in and you can get Arceus. I remember using it all the time. It was such a powerful Pokemon. So its final score is 2,454, which gives it the number 5 spot on the list. Number 4 on the list is Ultra Necrozma. So here we are back at Necrozma again. It did get number 7, but that was the Duskmane form and Dawnwing's form. Well, this time we've got the Ultra Burst Ultra Necrozma form. Again, it is the Prism Pokemon, so it hasn't changed. And its Pokedex entry states this. This is the form when it's absorbed overwhelming light energy. It fires laser beams from all over its body. So it is a very, very powerful Pokemon indeed. Very, very strong. Again, I haven't completed Ultra Sun and Moon, so I don't know where to get it. I mean, from its design, it looks incredible. It has absorbed so much light that it's broken out of its shell. I mean, it was a completely black, dark Pokemon, and now it's like a white and gold Pokemon. It looks incredible. It looks absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to use it in the game. So Ultra Necrozma's score is 2,546, which gives it the number 4 spot on the list. Number 3 on the list is Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. Again, these two Pokemon had exactly the same score, and I'm very, very happy to see that Mewtwo is this high up, since it is known as the most powerful Pokemon ever to live. I mean, to say it got number 3 on the spot, does that mean it's the most powerful Pokemon? But either way, I'm happy to see it get this high up. Now, Mewtwo was originally introduced in Generation 1. However, Mega Mewtwo wasn't introduced until Generation 6. It is known as the genetic Pokemon, and you can catch it in the Pokemon Village in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Now, as most of you will know, it is a clone Pokemon from Mew. They tried to create the most powerful Pokemon ever to live, and they did that by taking the genes from Mew and injecting it into this Pokemon, and thus creating Mewtwo. Now, Mega Mewtwo's most powerful move is Psystrike. However, its normal form, its most powerful move is Psychic. Psystrike does 100 attack damage, and it learns that at level 100. So the max level you can get to. I mean, I'm a fan of this Pokemon, which means I'm happy to see it number 3 on the list. Its final score is 2,559, which gives it the number 3 spot on the list. Moving on, we got the number 2. Number 2 on the list is Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Another joint pair in this. I think what I've figured out from the Pokemon Company, ever since Diamond and Pearl, they've kind of made the 2 box art legendaries the same score, so it makes them even in Pokemon battles, competitive online battles. I know that Groudon and Kyogre were used a lot in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Primal Groudon is known as the continent Pokemon, while Primal Kyogre is known as the sea basin Pokemon. Both of these Pokemon can be found at the Cave of Origin in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Obviously, Omega Ruby for Groudon and Alpha Sapphire for Kyogre. Primal Kyogre's most powerful move is Water Spout, which does 150 base attack damage, and Primal Groudon's most powerful move is Eruption, which does 150 as well. But yeah, in fact, Pokemon Emerald is one of my favourite, in fact, it is my favourite Pokemon game. And you get Groudon and Kyogre in both of them. I just remember spending hours and hours trying to catch that Kyogre with Great Balls, because I didn't realise Ultra Balls were better than Great Balls. So I just kept throwing Great Balls at it, not being able to catch it. Another reason for me to love these two is because of the Mega Evolution special for the X, Y, and Z anime. It follows the story of Alan, and he travels to the Hoenn region, and he meets Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. And the way they portrayed these 2 legendary Pokemon is actually really, really, really good. The final score is 2,568, which gives it the number 2 spot on the list. And the most powerful Pokemon, the number 1 on this list, is Mega Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza is known as the Sky High Pokemon, and you can get it at the Sky Pillar in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And I believe in Pokemon Emerald you can get Rayquaza there as well. Mega Rayquaza's most powerful move is Hyper Beam. You can learn that at level 80, and it does 150 base attack power. I mean, my favourite Pokemon game, like I just said, is Pokemon Emerald, and Rayquaza is the cover art of that game. So you can imagine Rayquaza is quite high for me on the list. You know, if I had to list my favourite few Pokemon, Rayquaza would definitely be up there. So I'm extremely happy to see that Rayquaza, or Mega Rayquaza, got number 1 on the list, meaning it is the most powerful Pokemon ever, or at least most powerful legendary Pokemon ever. Its Pokédex entries both say Rayquaza is said to have lived for hundreds and millions of years. Legends remain of how it put the rest between Kyogre and Groudon. It flies forever through the ozone layer, consuming meteorites. The many meteorites in its body preferred energy for it to mega evolve. See, obviously there's a big legend of how Kyogre and Groudon both were battling, and Rayquaza managed to stop these 2 huge legendary Pokemon on its own. And it got the form of Mega Evolution in the Pokemon Mega Evolution special, and I just remember watching it and seeing Rayquaza coming down from the sky, just transforming into Mega Rayquaza, and my face just dropped. I was like, oh my goodness, Mega Rayquaza looks incredible. Although, I'm still not quite sure to this day how they had Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, and then Mega Rayquaza. Why don't they have Primal Rayquaza? But yeah, Mega Rayquaza got number 1 on the list, and its score is 2,589, which gives it the title of King of Legend. In fact, it's genderless. So what do I call it? Which gives it the title of most powerful legendary Pokemon. Or is it the most powerful legendary Pokemon? As I was doing this list for the top 10 most powerful Pokemon, I came across a Pokemon, again, from Generation 3, which has different forms. It has an attack form, it has a speed form, a defense form, and a normal form. By now you can probably guess what it is. It is a DNA Pokemon, a virus from space. Now these forms that it has, say for the attack form, it has Sky High attack. For the speed form, it has Sky High speed. For the defense, it has Sky High defense. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we combine all the biggest stats together and see what we get? So I combined all of these stats together and found out that absolutely incredible and absolutely blew Mega Rayquaza out of the water. However, combining max attacks from all of the different forms isn't really a legitimate Pokemon, so that's why I made Mega Rayquaza number 1 list instead of Deoxys. In fact, Deoxys I don't believe even got close to being on the top 20 or 30 list. But yeah, I wanted to include this one anyway. Deoxys is one of my favourite Pokemon ever. In fact, I think at one point it was my favourite. I absolutely love the Destiny Deoxys movie. In fact, I have it on DVD somewhere. You know, when DVDs were still a thing and people bought them. I have that somewhere in my room and absolutely loved watching it. Mega Rayquaza's max stats, let me say it one more time, was 2,589. Now Deoxys' max forms were 2,886. That's almost 300 more score than Mega Rayquaza. But yeah, I wanted to include this Pokemon anyway. It's not the most powerful because it doesn't really come close when it's in its normal form or when it's in the other forms separately. I thought it'd be good to include, you know, it's not an official properly Pokemon like this. But yeah, in fact, I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know in the comments if you thought any of these 10 Pokemon will get in the top 10 list. But yeah, I don't know how long this video is. It's probably going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. I've been recording for about 50 minutes because I've been stuttering and just stopping. Today hasn't been a good day to edit, as you just saw them from. Me couldn't even get my words out. But yeah, give the video a big thumbs up if you want me to carry on doing top 10s in the future. Comment down below in the comment section if you want to ask any questions, or even let me know if you thought any of these Pokemon would get in the top 10 list. And finally, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.